What should we eat? It's a modern question, but its roots run deep. Across nature, animals are shaped by their diets. Eagles, cows, whales, all adapted for survival. But what about us? Are humans truly designed to eat meat, or is our story more complex? To answer, we must look back, before agriculture, before cities, when our ancestors survived by any means necessary. The evidence, found in ancient bones and tools, hints at the role meat played in our evolution. Today, our food choices impact not just our health but animal welfare and the planet itself. Understanding our dietary past helps us navigate the challenges of the present. Our brains are remarkably energy-hungry organs, constantly working even when we're at rest. They are the control centers of our bodies, orchestrating everything from our thoughts and emotions to our movements and bodily functions. This incredible organ consumes about 20% of our daily calories, a disproportionately large amount considering its size relative to the rest of our body. This high energy demand underscores the brain's critical role and the constant activity within its complex networks. This significant growth in brain size, a defining characteristic seen in early Homo species, marks a pivotal moment in our evolutionary journey. It represents a shift towards greater cognitive abilities and complex social interactions. This cerebral expansion coincided with the development and use of stone tools, a technological leap that fundamentally altered our relationship with the environment. These tools were not just for any purpose. They were specifically crafted for butchery, allowing our ancestors to efficiently process animal carcasses. Accessing meat and marrow, rich sources of protein and fat, provided dense nutrition that was crucial for sustaining a larger, more active brain. This enhanced nutrition in turn fueled our cerebral expansion, creating a positive feedback loop that drove further cognitive development. Our digestive systems also underwent significant changes, adapting to this new dietary landscape. We developed shorter guts, becoming less suited for digesting tough plants and high volumes of fibrous vegetation. Instead, our digestive systems became better optimized for processing energy-rich foods like meat and cooked starches, which are easier to digest and provide more readily available calories. These shifts in our digestive capabilities strongly suggest that meat became a significant and increasingly important part of our diet, providing the necessary fuel for our growing brains. This dietary change, coupled with technological advancements, played a crucial role in driving evolutionary change and shaping the trajectory of our species. But it wasn't just about taste and preference, although those certainly played a role. Ultimately, it was about survival and adaptation, about finding the most efficient ways to obtain the energy and nutrients needed to thrive in a challenging environment. The relentless hunt for meat, and the constant innovation required to access it, pushed our ancestors to develop new skills and strategies. This interplay between diet, technology, and environment profoundly shaped who we became, influencing our physical and cognitive development. Our biology, from our brain size to our digestive systems, tells a compelling story of adaptation and resilience. It highlights our capacity for evolutionary flexibility, demonstrating that our success as a species is rooted in our ability to adapt to changing circumstances, not in rigid specialization. But meat is only half the story. Plants, roots, fruits, nuts, seeds, were the reliable backbone of our ancestors' diets. The mastery of fire and cooking made both meat and plants more digestible, unlocking vital calories. Modern hunter-gatherers show us diets are diverse, with plants often providing the majority of daily energy. Adaptability, not strict carnivory, defined our survival. Our ancestors were generalists, thriving on whatever was available. Meat was important, but it was added to a strong foundation of plant foods. Our evolutionary success lies in flexibility, not in a single food source. Today, meat remains a significant and rich source of essential nutrients. For many, it's a cornerstone of their diet, providing building blocks for a healthy life. Protein, a vital macronutrient crucial for muscle repair, growth, and overall bodily functions. It's the foundation upon which our bodies rebuild and maintain themselves. Iron, an essential mineral that plays a key role in oxygen transport throughout the body, preventing fatigue and supporting energy levels. Iron deficiency can lead to a host of health problems, making its intake crucial. And vitamin B12, a nutrient vital for nerve function and the formation of red blood cells. B12 is particularly important for those at risk of deficiency, such as the elderly or those with certain dietary restrictions. But these nutrients aren't exclusive to animal foods. They can also be obtained from a variety of plant-based sources. A well-planned plant-based diet, rich in diverse ingredients, can be just as effective in providing these essential nutrients, can provide all we need, ensuring optimal health and well-being without relying solely on animal products. With careful combinations and supplementation, particularly for nutrients like B12, which are not readily available in plant-based foods. Strategic planning is key to a successful and healthy plant-based lifestyle. The real issue is excess. The overconsumption of any single food group can lead to imbalances and potential health risks. High consumption of red and processed meats in particular has been linked to a number of health concerns. It is linked to heart disease, raising cholesterol levels and increasing the risk of cardiovascular problems. Cancer, with studies suggesting a correlation between high red meat intake and certain types of cancers. And diabetes, potentially due to the impact of processed meats on insulin sensitivity and blood sugar regulation. The healthiest diets are those rich in a variety of nutrient-dense foods, ensuring a balanced intake of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Fruits, packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber, contributing to overall health and well-being. Vegetables, offering a wide range of essential nutrients and antioxidants that protect against disease. Whole grains, providing sustained energy and fiber, promoting digestive health and helping to regulate blood sugar levels. And legumes, excellent sources of plant-based protein and fiber, contributing to satiety and overall nutritional balance. Whether or not they include small amounts of meat, allowing for flexibility and personal preference within a healthy dietary framework. Humans are omnivores, naturally adapted to consume a wide variety of foods from both plant and animal sources, able to thrive on many diets, showcasing our remarkable adaptability and the diversity of healthy eating patterns around the world. The problem isn't meat itself, but rather the way it's often consumed within the context of a larger dietary pattern, but its overconsumption, particularly when it displaces other nutrient-rich foods from the diet, at the expense of plant foods, which provide essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber that are crucial for optimal health. Balance and variety are key to health, ensuring that we obtain all the necessary nutrients for optimal function and well-being. Our flexibility remains our greatest strength, allowing us to adapt our diets to meet our individual needs and preferences while maintaining optimal health. In our modern world, we are presented with a staggering array of food choices. Supermarkets overflow with options, from plant-based alternatives to a wide variety of meats. This abundance forces us to confront a fundamental question: the ethics of eating animals. It's a question that delves into our values, our relationship with other species, and the impact of our dietary habits on the world around us. The primary argument against consuming meat centers on the desire to avoid unnecessary suffering, a principle deeply rooted in many ethical frameworks. The core of this argument lies in the recognition that animals are sentient beings, capable of experiencing pain, fear, and distress. They are not simply commodities, but creatures with their own inherent value. Some propose humane agriculture as a solution, advocating for systems where animals are allowed to live fulfilling lives before experiencing a swift and painless death. However, the reality is that the vast majority of meat production relies on factory farms, where animal suffering is widespread and often inherent to the production process. The sheer scale of industrial farming, with its focus on efficiency and profit, makes ethical justification increasingly difficult for many who are concerned about animal welfare. Our food choices extend beyond mere personal preference. They represent a vote, a tacit endorsement, for or against systems that may involve significant cruelty. This ethical debate challenges each of us to thoughtfully consider not just what we are capable of eating, or what appeals to our taste buds, but what we truly should consume, aligning our actions with our values. In a world overflowing with options, where dietary choices are virtually limitless, morality inevitably becomes an integral part of the menu, influencing our selections. The central question is no longer one of mere survival, of securing enough sustenance to live, but one of conscience, of making choices that reflect our deepest ethical beliefs. Meat production is resource-intensive, driving greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and water scarcity. Cattle farming, in particular, contributes massively to methane emissions and habitat loss. The environmental footprint of animal agriculture is staggering, impacting climate, biodiversity, and water supplies. Producing plant-based proteins uses far less land, water, and energy. Our dietary choices have global consequences, shaping the future of the planet. The evidence is clear: a plant-rich diet is healthier for us and lighter on the earth. Meat need not disappear, but it must become an occasional mindful choice. Our modern world demands a new approach, one that balances health, ethics, and sustainability.